Hi, I would like to show you guys a little trick I learned riding with my son. You know, it's amazing having a little kid on the front of your saddle. We've had them on the saddle since they were, babies. They'd cut their teeth on bridle reins and stuff like that, but it was great fun. But one thing we learned was to tie a lot of things on your kids. If you'll notice, we have his gloves that are tied on. We took a piece of leather and we run it through the glove, and then you run it back through their jacket so they don't lose gloves. When they were little and they were on the bottle, we'd take this hay string and we'd wrap it around the bottle, and then we'd dally it off to the saddle horn so that when you were riding with your baby, you wouldn't notice that they dropped the bottle and you'd have to go right back and figure out which piece of brush your bottle was in. So the kids learned real quick. They could drink the bottle and then they could drop it, and it would just come down and hit the horse about here. First time they'd kind of jump, but then they'd get used to it and no problems. But one thing I've really learned, and we learned this probably about last summer, was when we had to go look for boots, because I don't know where he lost it, but it took me better part of a day to go out there and try to find his boot, and we never did find it. We got lucky once and found one time, but the next time it was gone. So I want to show you something I learned, and that is you take a piece of hay string, just simple old hay string, and you cut it in half, because that's about all you need. Come here, Jonathan.
I was giving the horse some.
You was giving the horse something. Well, I need you to demonstrate real quick.
Why?
Well, I need you to show him something. Okay, so you take your hay string and you run it through the top of the boot and you tie it on here. And if you want it to look nice where nobody knows and they don't get hung up on nothing, then you run it through the inside of the pants. But for this, we don't really care. Not really worried about it getting hung up on nothing. And we're going to run it right back through the other side. We're going to pull it through the belt loop and put it right through his boot top. And then we're going to tie it on. And we're not going to lose boots today. It's going to be a good day, huh? So, he's got plenty of leg room if you notice. Sometimes, on your taller kids, or you might have to leave just a little bit more hay string, but that's something you can learn to gauge on your own. But whatever works. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.